A home game to win the title, you take that?
Yeah, we could not expect differently against Liverpool. So we cannot expect with this Liverpool. It's almost the perfect team to and I'm honest when say that win the title in 3, 4, or 5 fixtures before. So both had done an incredible season in the Premier League, and we don't depend anyone. We have to look anything else. It just go there and win our game, and I'm pretty sure that the Etihad Stadium will be sold out.
I can't wait. You know, it's something that I've never experienced before. You know, to win a trophy on the last day of the season. So you know, I can't wait. I'm buzzing already.
It's a great result for us because I think before the game we'd have taken a point. Obviously we're playing against an incredibly good team, and as you can see we've seen them this week, last week, scoring 5s and 4s against everybody, so it was a job to stop them only scoring 2 actually.
You might still finish 6th, but you will definitely finish no lower than 7th. I mean, that's a brilliant achievement.
Yeah, I think it shows the levels of this club. I spoke before about last season finishing in European places. It was about doing exactly the same again this season. It's where we want to be as a club. We don't want to be, you know, one season finish Europe and the next season finish mid-table. We're consistently finishing in these European places, and we've still got 6 to play for.
Mark Noble, David, I mean, he is a West Ham legend, obviously.
He is, and I think people might think, oh, we're bringing him on for the Swan song. Well, if I did it, I'd done it with 30 seconds to go. We're bringing him on because I knew that he could bring some composure, maybe help us keep the ball slightly better. Played really well when he came on against Norwich last week, and the games where he started against Arsenal and Chelsea recently, he's been so good.
Talk about Mark Noble in just a few moments, but in terms of the scoreline, I mean, it was a game of 2 halves. City creeped at times.
Yeah, probably understandable. So when you look at who they had missing defensively, Stones, Diaz, Walker, Fernandinho had to fill in again, and West Ham made it really difficult for them. They certainly went after them and caused them all sorts of problems, particularly that guy there, Jarrod Bowen. He has to have played himself into the England squad in this summer, considering the lack of form of other players in that position. He gives Zinchenko a torrid time. Got them linked up there. Very, very well-timed run, and that's an excellent finish. Similar thing again. The ball goes into that position. Watch his movement, watch his run, the timing of the run again. Zinchenko leaves him, lets him run, and then another clever finish. And yeah, they were creating chances against Man City. Antonio, I thought, had an excellent game, led the line really well. A misunderstanding there, Laporte. Zinchenko again, a poor clearance into Bowen. They get away with it again. Look at Rice there at the far post. He's screaming for that ball and slightly unlucky. I mentioned Antonio. It's very clever play this from West Ham. Ball there into Souček far post. And look who's there again. That guy Bowen. And I was just waiting for it to hit the back of the net. Fernandinho again looked shaky at the back. A poor back pass. Antonio reads it really well. And I was just thinking he was going to go back inside or either go either side of the goalkeeper rather than do what he did. And that was another clever opportunity. But to be fair to Manchester City, they changed it around and they moved it a lot quicker in the second half, and they came back into it.
They did. And that turnaround is, I mean, it's obviously huge in terms of the title race, but 5 times under Pep Guardiola, Manchester City have been 2 or more goals behind at half-time. And this is the first time they've avoided defeat when being 2 down.
Yeah, and that's, you know, it's what the best do. It's what the champions managed to do. It was a lot of head-in-hands moments for Pep in the first half. In the second half, they came out brighter, they came out sharper. They get the early goal. This was the vital thing. Getting the early goal, it put a spring in the step, made them believe. Slight deflection under Dawson, but Grealish was there to stick it away. But West Ham just got a little bit deeper, and I think that Man City capitalised on that. Quality was starting to come into the box. They were hanging on a little bit at times, West Ham. I think you just heard from David Moyes that they did well to keep it to 2. And then obviously there's the penalty moment. And it is a penalty first and foremost, but it goes West Ham's way. You know, it's a big save. There's the contact there from Craig Dawson, who's had an unbelievable season for West Ham, which is worth saying. Big save from Fabianski. And he'll be disappointed that they didn't get the win. But at the same time, there's no doubt in my mind, he's gone into the dressing room after that game, gave everyone a big pat on the back and said, you know what, we knew we was going to have to beat Villa last game of the season anyway, and well done for getting yourselves, you know, a result today. Because from a mentality point of view, there could have been a different feeling going into this last game.
And that's the kind of message, Alan, that they even, you know, that Guardiola brought out post-match as well. Jack Grealish has said the same thing. If you go into the final day of the season and you are at home,
Yep.
and it is in your hands, you would take that.
Oh, absolutely. Particularly when you're 2-0 down at half-time and not played particularly well. You've come back into the game. You've got a point. You know, a win at home, that's enough for you. They would have taken that all day, absolutely.
Because as Guardiola as well points out, the point takes goal difference out of it. Now, when you're 2-0 down and Liverpool against Southampton during the week before next week, I mean, you could see the gap closing goal difference-wise, most definitely.
Well, yeah, I think once the goal difference discussion was to be had for Liverpool to go to Southampton and feel like whether they had to score 4 goals, 5 goals, whatever it may be, you would not have put, bet against Liverpool to do that. They are a team that are capable of doing it. And that would all have just enhanced the feeling of Liverpool thinking, right, we can do it. That goal, and getting themselves back, getting a draw was massive to take that out of the equation. Really.
Klopp will flip that, though, won't he? Klopp will use the other thing. Well, they could have sealed it there with that penalty, and they haven't. So we're still very much in it.
He'll say, make sure Man City have to win next. Don't give it to them in midweek. Make sure that you have to win next weekend.
Let's have a word on Mark Noble, because the way West Ham gave him a send-off at the end was fantastic. And that is where he is on the most West Ham appearances. Billy Bond's top, but he's up there with West Ham legends.
The
Bonds,
greats,
Lampard, the greats.
And
Lampard,
deserves to be there. He got an amazing send-off and deserves that and a lot more. And you can see the response from some of his players. You saw the response from the fans, and that's a nice touch from Pep. I mean, 18 years at that football club's incredible. A number of games,
not
sweat,
an empty
blood
seat.
and tears
Not
that
an
he's
empty
given
seat.
that football club. Just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I played
Outstanding.
against Nobes in his early years in a West Ham shirt, and you can fully understand why those fans absolutely love and adore him. For me, what I loved about it was I don't feel like there's going to be many more of these moments happening in football.
One club players.
Yeah, I just feel like it's really special what he's done. And the way that the club did it, and the type of person that he is, was just—I think it was a perfect send-off for him, and thoroughly deserved.
Wait, that's a nice little touch.
Great.
What an amazing feeling to know that you can always go back to that club, having shown 100% loyalty. You'll always be welcome back. Nobody's ever going to question anything that you've done because you've been there for your whole career.
Given absolutely everything. Played when he's been injured, probably played when he shouldn't have, given everything to the football club for such a long time. You can totally understand and see why he was so emotional today. It would have been a very difficult moment for that today, to give up everything that all he's ever known is that football club, turned out every single week after week after week and given everything.
Next, we are going to go